Diane Sherman gives birth prematurely to an infant, whom she later discovers lying in an incubator surrounded by hospital personnel. 17 years later, in Pasco, Washington, Diane homeschools and cares for her wheelchair-bound daughter, Chloe, who has arrhythmia, hemochromatosis, diabetes, and paralysis. Chloe, who is proficient in technology and engineering, is awaiting word from the University of Washington. Diane claims she is excited to see Chloe leave for college, but she constantly prevents Chloe from seeing the mail in front of her. While going through a bag of goods, Chloe discovers green capsules prescribed to her mother. Diane later includes one of these tablets in Chloe's daily prescription, stating it is trigoxin, which she was prescribed. Chloe checks the medication bottle in secret and discovers a pharmacy label with her name, covering the label with Diane's name. She tries to seek up trigoxin on the internet, but their home internet is no longer operational. She contacts a random number and requests that he look up the medicine for her. He informs her that trigoxin is a red capsule that cures cardiac issues. Chloe requests that she and her mother go to the movies. She sneaks across the street to the drugstore and inquires about the green tablet during the film. According to the pharmacist, it is a muscle relaxant for dogs that was prescribed to Diane's inexistent dog and may cause leg paralysis if consumed by humans. Diane locates Chloe during an asthma attack, asks the other customers to shift aside, and injects her with a sedative without being observed. Chloe wakes up alone in the house, her bedroom locked. Despite Diane's destruction of the phones and mobile stairlift, Chloe manages to flee the house. She summons the mailman despite her severe injuries. Diane arrives soon after, and after failing to persuade him to let her take Chloe, she murders the mailman. Chloe wakes up in the basement, confined to her wheelchair. She finds her college acceptance letter, as well as a box of images and documentation proving Diane's genuine daughter died 2 hours after birth. And Diane stole baby Chloe, who could walk as a tiny child, in the trash. Diane walks in and offers to start again with Chloe. Diane is accused of committing factitious disorder inflicted on another, and Chloe questions whether she has ever been legitimately sick. Diane disputes the allegations and maintains she did everything she could to assist Chloe. After earlier being seen to explore home neurotoxins, Diane fills a syringe with the dangerous black stuff she was preparing in a beaker. Chloe escapes into a storage room and consumes an organophosphate vial, leading Diane to admit her to the hospital. Chloe wakes up in a hospital bed, weak and unable to talk since she is intubated. Diane manufactures an off-screen code blue emergency and kidnaps Chloe before she can be questioned about her suicide attempt. Chloe moves her feet to stop the wheelchair when Diane comes to a halt at the top of a stopped escalator. Meanwhile, a nurse notices Chloe is missing and reports her to security, who contacts Chloe and Diane. Diane shoots after threatening them with a gun. She trips and falls down the steps. Chloe still needs a wheelchair, but has limited use of her legs 7 years later. She pays frequent visits to Diane, who is bedridden in prison. Chloe informs Diane about her husband, child, and career. She is inventing pediatric prosthetics. Chloe spits out the canine muscle, relaxants she brought into the prison, the same ones Diane gave her, and adds, "I love you, Mom."